Ну все, на сей раз по-честному в Бруму, без всяких фокусов, заходов в привлекательные пещерочки. Возьму вот эти два задания. Найти Бруму и отдать письмо. И 0 транспортируюсь. Думаю, сюда, вот где был только что. Так, пойду я по дорожке, по обычной, без всяких фокусов, прыгать не буду. Так, вот пещерочка рядом, но я только пройду мимо, заходить не буду. Так, как она называется? Капстон Кейв. Хорошо. Так, что за башенка такая? Что за башенка? Кто там? Что такое? Так, это башня самой Брумы. Башня стражников. Так, орка меня завалили вы. Орки-тролль. Так, а это что такое? Ну-ка я пойду посмотрю. Кто, где? Где враги, где? Кого вы там убили-то? Так, что это за место? Apple Watch. Я, конечно, дико извиняюсь за банальность. Видимо, это место, где в Бруме делают айфоны. Так, и что тут у нас в Apple Watch? Не буду ничего открывать, никуда ломиться, тем более и не могу. Ну да, я знаю, что я болею, я знаю, я помню. Так, ну я несколько отклонился от цели. Вернусь к башенке, но транспортируюсь. И продолжу. Где у нас Брума-то? Так, вот сюда. Так, еще одна пещерочка. Так и называется, типа, пещера Брумы. Хорошо. Рога есть? О, рога есть. Волки. Еще я поплатил болезнь, да? Кого информировать о чем еще раз? Крим Склоу. Это я как квестовый какой-то, что ли? Чего кого информировать? Тоже в Бруме где-нибудь все находится. Прям квесты наваливаются один за одним. Непонятно только, что в самой Бруме-то делать. Так, вот она, только я не с правильной стороны. Наверное, сюда надо пойти. О, олень. Стоп, это которую я уже убивал, его Сирану оживил. Потому что ей кажется, это очень мощный... О, она с жезлом этим ходит, отлично. Если он не разряжается, это то, что нужно. Так, ну это нечто у стен Брумы тут какие-то. А, вот выполнено задание посетить Бруму. Брума обнаружена. Отлично.
Do you think any of those dragons from Skyrim will find their way over here?
То есть драконов здесь нет, иными словами. Дать письмо и проинформировать какого-то Гергуса Малумеа. С ума сойти, надо так людей звать-то. Так, вот там храм, похоже. Я пойду излечусь. Для начала. Такой довольно красивый. Так, а это что такое тут? Диалог будет?
I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The Chapel of St. Martin does not violate the terms of the White Gold Concordat. There is no Talos worship going on here.
It violates the spirit of the White Gold Concordat. I must urge you to cease and desist at once.
Oh? What is the spirit of the White Gold Concordat?
The spirit of the White Gold Concordat is that men are not and can never be gods, just as Tiber Septim is not a god, nor is Martin Septim.
But what does the Concordat actually say?
The Concordat forbids Talos worship.
No mention of Martin Septim worship, though?
No, there isn't. I must consult with my superiors. Perhaps we will have to petition for a slight amendment to some unfortunately specific wording within the Concordat. We will keep our eyes on your little cult, however.
Так что дай поговорю с тобой.
Greetings, stranger. Have you come to hear the gospel of St. Martin? Yes, St. Martin. Have you heard the tale of how Martin Septim ascended to sainthood?
Yep.
If not, perhaps that would be a good place to begin. St. Martin had humble beginnings as a priest of Akatosh in the city of Kvatch. When Daedra overran the city during the Oblivion Crisis, Martin led the people to refuge in the chapel. The fabled champion of Cyrodiil came to rescue him and told him the shocking news that he was the son of the Emperor.
Это мне
This
историю
came as a
Обливиона,
surprise
что
to
ты
him,
пересказываешь.
but it gave him new purpose after his home was destroyed. Along with the champion and the blades, Martin designed and executed a plan to undermine the efforts of Mehrunes Dagon and his servants, Mankar Cameron and the Mythic Dawn cult. There was a great battle here in Bruma as the Great Gate was opened to secure an artifact of immense power for Martin's plan. Finally, the champion under Martin's guidance slew Mankar Cameron as the Imperial City came under a great Daedric siege. It appeared all was lost, but Martin shattered the Amulet of Kings in the Temple of the One, transforming into a huge, flaming avatar of Akatosh. In this form, he defeated the manifestation of Mehrunes Dagon in an epic, glorious duel. This broke the siege of the Imperial City, restored the war between Tamriel and Oblivion, and ended the Oblivion Crisis.
Так круто было, я помню вообще.
Our message? Our message is one of aspiration. The followers of St. Martin must aspire to be more than they are, to rise above their current place in the world and become something greater. In Martin's case, this meant rising from a humble priest to savior of the world. In more common cases, this could mean many different things. Rising above greed, evil, temptation, poverty. This is the power of Saint Martin and his holy word. Of course,
Ой,
Acolyte.
не надо мне рассказывать по второму разу. Так, дайте-ка вылечиться, у вас же можно, наверное. Хорошо, вот только один мой вопрос. О, тут у вас все прям есть эти шрайны. Один вопрос у меня. Что я тут делаю-то в Бруме в этой? У меня же квестов-то не появляется. Хотя как? Ну, надо вот эти мелкие выполнить. Так. О, гильдия воров, знак. Так. А, кстати, что вот этот большой значок-то? Я думал, это город этот сам, но нет, он знак так и не пропадает. Ну-ка, я смогу подойти.
Girls are cold this time of year. And every time of year.
Within the walls, we'll keep you safe. Outside, watch your back.
Касл Брума, здесь замок есть. Угу. А почему у меня... А, это потому что в Apple Watch мне надо информировать, батеньки. Я думал, здесь.
An alteration expert, eh?
Ну,
How about you
да.
turn my skin to stone? That'd go down a riot back of the barracks.
Зайти? Нет, пока не зайду. Пока хочу выполнить задание. Так, я подожду немножко так до утра, чтобы попроще было всех людей искать, чтобы они повыходили из своих жилищ. Я уже излечился, поэтому все нормально. Никуда не спешу. И да, хочу еще эту подковку навестить. Так, ну-ка, ты кто такой?
Spare a coin for an old veteran.
Пожалуйста.
Bless you, madam. Bless you.
I've heard a thing or two, but it's going to cost you.
Ну, на тебе пятерочку.
Haha, yes, that's what I like. Thank you.
I hear some unique people pass through the Restful Watchman. Spending a night there might be interesting. Lots of them. I was there, you know. At the Battle of the Red Ring. I saw the bloodshed, the chaos. I had a journal, kept a record of all that I went through, but those damned bandits came through and stole all my belongings, journal included. Serves me right for trusting that slimy
так,
Argonian
чувствую
in the
задание.
tavern. Cowers and corners, or whatever his name is. You do that for an old beggar? Praise the divines! I'll reward you as best as I am able.
Так, вернуть журнал.
I, that I am, fought in the Great War against the Dominion. I lost my weapon, lost my sight, and lost my freedom. Can't do much now on account of my eye. If only I had an extra septum to help me buy a loaf of bread. Bless you, madam. Bless you.
Так, а если еще раз спросить?
I've heard a thing or two, but it's going to cost you. Haha, yes, that's what I like. Thank you.
Heard about that Underpall fort? They say necromancers are holed up there. Probably killing passerby and raising them as undead servo-whatsits.
Ну-ка, ну-ка.
I've heard a thing or two, but it's going to cost you. Haha, yes, that's what I like. Thank you.
Have you heard that bard, Reynard? He's probably one of the worst musicians I've ever heard. And I've heard the wailing of old Caroltus cockeyed.
I've heard a thing or two, but it's going to cost you. Haha, yes, that's what I like. Thank you.
Heard that Dunmer lady, Alamu, is having some trouble. Something about a missing heirloom.
Я, кажется, случайно пропустил один из его ответов.
I've heard a thing or two, but it's going to cost you.
А нажал как дурак. А нет.
Haha, yes, that's what I like.
Ну, сейчас все деньги так заберешь.
Oh, looks like I've already told you everything I've heard.
I've heard a thing or two, but it's going to cost you. Haha, yes, that's what I like. Thank you.
Oh, looks like I've already told you.
Не хочет
everything
мне
I've
ничего
heard.
больше говорить. Ну и ладно. Здесь что? А, кузнец, которому я письмо должен отдать. Да? Ну-ка.
What is it?
О, можно инвестировать, конечно.
I always welcome investment. Ready to go ahead and make one?
Абсолютно.
Always gratifying. Thank you very much for the opportunity. You what? And what's that there? I see. Cutters, huh? I swear, those damned bandits are getting bolder and bolder. They'll rule the entire county soon. Here. Have this. A little bit of coin. Least I can do. Here's hoping Avar can return here in time.
Надо с этим еще Аваром-то говорить. Стоп, не Авар, ну да. Или уже не надо. Минуточку. Нет, кстати. Ну, я все поговорю так, на всякий. Так, а ты кто такая?
Welcome. The name's Edvia. I'm Holgard's assistant.
Ну,
Can I help you?
так и расскажи о себе.
About me? Not really much to tell. Well, okay, there's no easy way to put this, but my family wants me to marry this diplomat in the Imperial City. They say he's charming and handsome and witty, but I know what they really mean. He's rich, and he's going to bring wealth to the family. Wealth and influence. But I don't want money or power. I want someone I love, and he isn't it. Holgard is. But, well, he's proven more than a little resistant. So far.
Подожди,
Talk to you later.
ты в этого, что ли, влюблена?
Hail, friend. Glad to see you noticed. These furnishings don't come cheap. Well, normally I keep my finances private, but just this once. For the whole smithy and the furnishings outside, 10,000 septims.
Че так много-то?
Indeed it is. I am, however, in a rather fortunate position. I have a contract with the Count to outfit his forces with arms and armor. And because of that, I have a steady source of income. Beats the on and off work I used to rely on. I set up here as a blacksmith. The Count wanted a blacksmithing contract. He did the sensible thing.
Так, ну-ка продать им, что ли? У меня есть же наверняка что-нибудь продать. Где мой бартер неклес? Да. Дайте продам что-нибудь. Ну не надо так близко подходить-то, нафиг.
See you. Ale. It's all for sale. Just let me know when you've made up your mind.
Так, а может у тебя есть что-нибудь там такое необычное? Ну, не знаю, ничего мне это не надо ведь. Ну, у тебя денег зато трешник. Вот я тебе еще дал 500, у тебя денег трешник. Что неплохо. Невидимый лук я пока тебе не отдам. И это тоже не отдам пока. И уж это точно не отдам. А это могу. Зачем я это барахло? Это я вообще не знаю, как я поднял случайно. Так, ну это мне очень нужно. Это я попридержу. Alteration. А может мне все такой амулет... Ну, правда, его же не видно, какая разница. Шлемак попридержу. Продать, что ли? Для чего мне это нужно? На самом деле, весит много. 198 осталось. Откуда у меня это? Так, 178. Ну вот немножечко освободился. Так, а что у тебя-то? Да, деньги-то еще остались. Так, ну у нее то же самое, что это она копирует его инвентарь, короче. Столько же денег и то, что я ему продал. Они незаметно. А что он, про какую мебель он говорил вообще? Какая у него вот офигенная мебель какая-то в квартире. Что тут на 10 тысяч вы шутите, что ли? Я ничего не вижу. На 10 тысяч мебели. С ума сойти. Где она? Приболели, что ли? Где это на 10 тысяч мебель?
Can I help you?
Нет. Так, это ж я могу сплавить, естественно. И я хочу посмотреть, конечно.
I'm Bonus. My dad is Albekius. What's your name?
Так, ты разговариваешь,
Stranger,
да? Ну-ка,
have
стой.
you seen my dad?
Ой, стоп, мальчик, подожди, я хочу вот с этими поговорить.
And so, Skyrim's new favorite folk hero chooses to grace us with their presence. The Dragonborn, I presume. The burdens of fame weighing you down? Well, don't worry. I assure you, you'll receive no special treatment from me. A joker, too. Wonderful. Yet another troublemaker for us to keep an eye on. At least if your attempts at sardonicism weren't quite so posturing. Many before you have thought themselves invincible. Above the Thalmor, above the Dominion, above their precious empire and its laws. Its concordats. They now find themselves hanging from trees, their decrepit husks wasting away amidst near-endless blizzard. Enjoy your stay in this fair city. Next, you'll be telling me, my, oh my, not many guar in Bruma. Scales of Oriel, thanks for telling me that. I'll be sure to tell all my friends. Put up posters, even. Not highly of me, I suppose. Then again, the feeling is mutual. No, I just wear the uniform for fun. Yes, of course I am. I'm here to protect the Aldmeri interests in Bruma, and ensure that the terms of the White Gold Concordat are upheld. Important, given that we're so close to Skyrim and its rebellious little Nords. To hear you speak of civility is somewhat disarming, considering our environs. This city is filled with uncultured louts who I suspect would quickly turn on each other for an ancient bottle of mead. Given that you at least have the vocabulary and mental faculties to understand the concept of civil society, yes, let us speak. But be quick about it. Disarming lack of incorrigible idiocy aside, you are still not my idea of a scintillating conversationalist. I will put it in simple terms, so perhaps you might understand. The Aldmeri Dominion signed an accord with the Empire, known as the White Gold Concordat. That accord guarantees the Dominion, and by extension the Thalmor, that Talos worship shall be outlawed. We are simply here to ensure that the Empire does not renege on that commitment. I am Altmer. I was born and raised among the wizard lords of Alinor, and now I am posted to a frigid squat filled with brutes and drunkards. That doesn't exactly lend itself to a warm disposition. Does that make things any clearer? Then it appears I was incorrect in my initial assessment of you. Though don't flatter yourself. We're not best friends simply because I've stopped pelting you with barbed words. But yes, to put a long story short, we are all products of our environment, are we not? Guilt. Why should I feel guilt? I'm a Thalmor Justicia, yes, but the Aldmeri Dominion is not a single consciousness. This empire is a political entity. It has committed untold acts of persecution and genocide in the past. One need only have a cursory knowledge of the Tiber Wars and imperial history to know this to be true. Tiber Septim, the man-god so many Nords and Imperials love to revere, was himself guilty of the sins you attribute solely to the Dominion. But I digress. I am a soldier of the Thalmor, and I carry out the duties assigned to me by my superiors. If your goal is to make me feel guilty for enforcing dictates which your own emperor signed into law, then I'm afraid you will enjoy precious little success. No. If anything fruitful is going to come of this conversation, it will not be the sentimental exchange of life stories. Suffice it to say that I am a Thalmor Justicia operating in Bruma. My identity outside of that is entirely irrelevant.
Так, все, а нет.
I haven't given it very much thought. My enjoyment is irrelevant. I have a role within the Thalmor, and the duties which go along with that. I have fulfilled and will continue to fulfill that which is asked of me to the best of my ability. Again, my enjoyment, or otherwise, is irrelevant.
Куда-то это ведет или никуда не ведет? Нет.
Farewell.
А с этим есть диалог.
Oh, look, an infant. How quaint. Oh, but we practically do. I presume even one such as yourself is aware of the White Gold Concordat, yes? That document guarantees the Thalmor the end of worship of that miserable little man-god the Nords so love to falsely revere, Talos. We need to ensure that this agreement is upheld. Surely the better question would be, why so patient? Because I can tell you in no uncertain terms that you are trying my patience with your primitive blubbering and inane questions. Leave me. Hunt down and execute Talos worshippers, keep people in line, and enforce the White Gold Concordat.
Ну ладно, то есть ни о чем как бы поговорили. Побежали, побежали, побежали. Так.
Stranger, have you seen my dad? Dad's a soldier in the Legion. He's always off with them, serving at some fort up in the mountains.
Угу. Новое задание.
That's what my mom told me. She told me that her dad was in the Legion too. He's big and tall with yellow hair. She works at the Duralview Inn. I don't think she likes it there, but she says she has to make ends meet. Whatever that means. Whose end? And why does he need meat in the first place?
Отличный вопрос.
Licinia Ironheart. She told me that she used to be called Licinia Prelius, but then she married Dad. Yeah. Grandpa told me it's a soldier's duty and that I should be proud of him. At home, I think. We all live in the big house across from the wizards.
Wizards? Каких wizards, да?
Mommy says they're called the Synod Conclave, but they just look like wizards to me. They make so much noise at night that sometimes I can't sleep. That big eye on their building is scary, too. Celis Prelius. Mommy says it's a strong imperial name, but I like my name better. It means I have a strong heart. Mommy must like it better, too, because she uses it even though it makes Grandpa mad.
Так, спросить еще Силиуса Прелиуса. Это лично.
Farewell.
Хорошо, хорошо, хорошо. Так, так, так. Вот там мальчик еще бегает. Мальчик, подожди, дай вопрос. Я за... Не убегай. Ну, стой, стоять, стоять, стоять.
Stranger, have you seen my dad?
Ну и рожа у тебя, Шарапов.
I don't like it. It's better than in a place like Bravil, sure, but I miss the Imperial City. That and my dad. I want to see things, but he never lets me too far out of his sight, or the sight of the guards. I want to see the forests and the ogres and the minotaurs and the trolls for myself.
Минотавры?
The window of some carriage with my dad.
Тут минотавры есть? Что, рехнулись?
My dog, Scruffy, is missing. He's been gone for days and I'm worried about him.
Будет квест.
Scruffy and I were playing by the North Gate. Dad called me for dinner, and it was only later that day that I noticed he was missing. Maybe that means he went north. It probably does. But Dad won't let me out into the wilderness, though. Would you mind looking for Scruffy? I'll be your best friend forever. Yes! Come back to me with Scruffy, please, stranger!
Stranger.
Так, найти Скрафи, собаку. Ты еще что-то говоришь?
Stranger, have you seen my dad?
Подожди ты.
Dad's a soldier in the Legion. He's always off with them, serving at some fort up in the mountains.
Подожди, мы об этом говорили уже.
Bye.
Watch your back outside the city walls. We can't be charging to your aid if a Timberwolf catches your scent.
Да, этот Timberwolf очень пугает, да-да. Так, а ты кто? Релм Тей, кто такой?
Please, madam. Just one septim.
Пожалуйста.
My most sincere thanks, honored friend. A series of unlucky events. I'd rather not talk about it. I will put it into the fund that I've been putting together for a while now, to buy a house and get a roof over my head. It's growing slowly, but surely. Houses are expensive.
Сирана так забавно вертится.
Farewell.
Так, еще один стражник. И конюшня. Где конюшня? Конюшня. Будет отсюда такси-то ездить куда-нибудь или нет? Здесь, похоже, нет никакого такси-то. Только лошадочки продаются, да?
Stennar Seto at your service. I'm no Nord, but I'll keep drinking mead until I become one. Well, I would be, but unfortunately I've got some debts to pay off. I've been doing odd jobs around town to help raise the septums. Sorry, lass. That's something a man like me keeps private. Well, I would be, but unfortunately I've got some debts to pay off. I've been doing odd jobs around town to help raise the septums.
А ты кто?
Hello. Can I help you? Life as a stable master isn't so bad. It can be downright rewarding sometimes. Though, and I'm embarrassed to admit this, but, well, we did lose a horse a few weeks ago. The owner's incredibly upset, as you can imagine. According to a few people nearby, it galloped off to the north, but I don't know where it could have gone to or why. Sadly, I haven't had the time to look into it either.
Что, найти лошадь?
Believe me, traveler, if you do that for me, I'd be very grateful. Like I said, it went off to the north. I'd start there.
Ты проваливаешься под текстурочки. Вон у тебя башка в дереве.
Hello.
Ну, заданий-то набрал сколько, а? Батеньки мои. Так, я вот это хочу спросить. А почему они оба включились? Так, где это? Так, кто ты?
My weapon wants a temperin'. Things want a killin'. Fetch me 3 iron ingots to temper my weapon and my book a killin' so I know who needs killin'. Then I'll give you gold. Good. My killin' arm's itchin' to do more killin'.
А у меня нет разве этой book of killing? Ну-ка. Вот же она. Ну, стоять.
We're well trained.
Gort's the name, killing's the game.
Just keep that in mind.
Что еще надо? У меня же есть слитки, или надо обычные? Ну ладно. Может, просто у кузнеца купить? Так.
Can I help you? Ron! That oaf. Oh, did Licinia send you my way? Forget I said that. No. I haven't heard from him in months. Not since he was called to arms. that obvious, is it? Well, I don't hate the boy. He's a good husband to Lecinia, and a good father to Elena. But if I had a son like that, I'd ask the Divines what I had done wrong. You might not understand why, but every soldier of the Legion takes an oath. You know the oath we all take. Haran said those words, but I could tell he never meant them. He holds Skyrim and his Nord heritage closer to his heart than he ever held the Empire.
See you around.
Оба, а куда ты исчезла-то? Торговка здесь же была. Только что. Так, а ты кто?
I take pride in my potions.
Ну, давай инвестирую в магазин твой.
I always welcome investment. Ready to go ahead and make one?
Абсолютно.
Always gratifying. Thank you very much for the opportunity. No, there aren't. Doesn't matter much to me, but sometimes I do feel kind of isolated among all the Nords and Imperials. There wasn't already an alchemist in town when I came up here, and I figured it was a burgeoning market and a ripe opportunity. Fortune favors the bold, or so they say.
А не озвучено, что ли? Алло? Просто прекрасно.
I'm always on the lookout for ingredients. Tending this stall leaves me little time to gather ingredients in the wilderness, and the Timberwolves are always a threat regardless. Tell you what, you bring me some clouded funnel, cairn bolete, and milk thistle.
Ну, не озвучено. Ребята, вы что, это глюк.
Thanks. Get back to me with the ingredients, and you'll get your coin. Wonderful. Clouded funnel is a favorite for mages. Good, good. A powerful restorative item.
Так, осталось там только один тип ингредиента принести.
Have a browse. Let me know if you like what you see.
О, я даже не знаю, что это. И это не ел. О. Может, еще что есть? О, да. Взять, что ли, ее купить? Где здесь? Так и еще это не ел. О. И это. Так, ну а что тебе продать-то там надушник? Может, что-нибудь тебе продать? Так, это я оставлю себе. Пятьсот у тебя осталось. Ой, когда же это я подцепил? 385. Что это вообще, не понимаю.
Farewell.
Так, ну хорошо, еще один. Еще один продавец.
Are you interested in buying some new, clothing? It'd be a privilege. So, you'll go ahead with the transaction? Always gratifying. Thank you very much for the opportunity. You can tell, huh? Yeah, I'm not exactly the best salesman. Don't exactly like being one either. Don't worry though, I'm a much better tailor than I am a merchant.
Heal wounds, restore
You know, I always thought about doing something else. Becoming an adventurer or whatnot. It's just, well, I'm not cut out for that kind of lifestyle. As my good ma always said, Gryfard, my worthless, good-for-nothing son, you gotta do something with your life. And since you seem to be better at sewing than spellcasting, you'd best become a clothing merchant, so here I am. Yeah, she's a lovely woman, my mother. Powerful mage, too. If you see her around these parts, though, you warn me right away. She's the reason I left High Rock. Alright, I suppose. My sales pitch isn't very good, I know, but I still get a fair few customers. Everyone needs something to wear, I guess. Step right up, step right up. I've got just what you're looking for.
Так, ну и что у тебя есть? В общем-то, ничего интересного пока. Ничего себе, спич на 40 поинтов увеличивает. Ну ничего интересного, дайте продам, у меня столько ерунды всякой. Так, 1600, у тебя 57. Ну вот, забирай.
Bye.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
Продавщица не вернулась? Нет, не вернулась. Так, ты кто такой?
This is no place for strangers, my friend. Please leave me to my hearth and my mead. This is no place for strangers, my friend.
Понятно. Говорит уйти. Ухожу.
I got a pretty good selection of attire here, if anyone's interested.
Что-то кабак, что ли, или что это такое? The Restful Watchman.
What is it? To fail at a simple job like that. No way it was just a coincidence. It must have been. Oh, hello. What are you looking at? Speak.
Да, ребята, что-то у вас левел разный везде громкости. То громко персонажи говорят, то тихо.
That's none of your... I suppose there's no harm in telling you now. Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to help. I'm a mercenary. Been one for years now, and I don't often fail a job. But this last time, I did fail, but not through any fault of my own. Cut out the sarcasm. I don't appreciate it. If you want to help me, if you want the honor of working by my side, then you should at least exercise respect. I'd been hired by some anonymous noble to clear out a cave full of bandits near Bruma. Offer some nice coin, too. My wife came with me. We were battle partners. Things were going well until we were ambushed. Bandit reinforcements showed up out of nowhere, flanking us the way we came. They bound us and gagged us, left us disarmed and defeated. They left with my wife and left me to die. I managed to escape my captivity, but when I got back to the cave, they'd gone. All of them, including my wife. I've been searching for her damn near a whole year now. No success. Praise Malakath. Once you turn up something solid, let me know. I'll be here. The best place to start is probably the castle. Ask the nobles, see if they know anything. Hello.
Ну, конечно, помогу. Ugly love.
What are you doing gawking at me? Shoot! I've given you a task.
А ты-то кто?
What is it?
Ну, кто ты?
The prey approaches. Can I help you?
Ну, вот не
This
знаю.
one calls you friend.
Так, диалога не будет. Так, а с барменом?
The Restful Watchman. Rooms and food, that's what we do. What do you need?
Чтоб ты рот открывал, когда разговариваешь. Так, да, вот какие-нибудь там, ну-ка, баунтис хочу.
There is
Есть?
something, actually. Here, the powers that be at the county castle sent out this bounty letter.
Бить гоблина.
Then go over to the Gerald View if it suits you better. Me, I think this inn has more character than Mr. Stantis Fancy Pants' little establishment. Alamu Nethray, dark elf girl. She's wanting adventurers to help her with something. Not sure what. Seems to me you're starting trouble asking questions like that. This is a fine establishment. We don't pretend to be more than we are, though. Now, what can I get you? Well, honestly, sometimes I do. I'm only saying this because I suspect you might be able to help me out. You see, there's this snooty Altmer that came through here a few days back. One of those haughty Alinor types. Newcomer to Bruma. Well, he came here, not realizing that the Gerald View might have been more to his tastes. After he witnessed a few of our, morally gray activities and an exceptional display of promiscuity, well, he decided to leave. Now, in his outrage and disgust, he's planning to try and press charges against my tavern. If you could just talk him down, I'd appreciate it.
Отлично.
Great. He's probably storming around town right now, trying to rabble-rouse against the Watchmen. Put a stop to it.
Набираю квестов.
A little birdie told me that you're annoying me. A little birdie told me that you're annoying me.
Понял. Так,
See you around.
Ты кто?
What is it?
А, с этой я
Until
говорю.
next
Это
time.
продавщица.
What is it?
Это что, магазин или что? Что это такое? Кат и баф. Магазин жратвы, что ли? Никого нет почему-то. Так, а сколько сейчас время-то? Может, до утра подождать? Ну-ка.
Oh, fresh meat in Bruma.
Появился.
Always good to see another customer here at the butcher's. What can I get for you?
Давай и в тебя инвестируем.
Почему? Privilege. So you'll go ahead with the transaction? Thank you very much for your investment.
Жалко, что ли?
So. I mean, it's good, and I'm earning a decent living, but I guess I expected more. Here in Bruma, the most Nordic place in all Cyrodiil, I expected my meat to be selling by the bucket load. Nords and their appetite for meat and all. Seems what I didn't consider is that the Nords love meat just as much as they love fighting. They'll go out and strangle a deer to death, which you can probably guess undermines my business somewhat. Still, I'm doing all right, for a butcher. Skingrad didn't have as many lucrative opportunities as I would have liked, so I got thinking, how can I make my fortune? One of my friends, a Nord guy by the name of Nolir, he was insane for meat. Put a steak in front of his face and throw it all the way to Coral. He'd run after it like a rabid dog. He gave me the idea. I thought to myself, if the Nords love meat so much, why not cater directly to that need? Cut out the innkeeper, middleman, and let the Nords come to a dedicated butcher? And so I did exactly that. You're right, there aren't. It doesn't surprise me. The biting chill up here is a far cry from the golden sun of Hammerfell. Far cry from the lukewarm of the rest of Cyrodiil, too, now that I think about it. Doesn't bother me as much as most. Then again, I spend most of my time in my house, with a nice warm hearth to keep me cozy.
Так, а что, заданица ты мне не дашь никакого?
Fine goods, fair prices.
Что у тебя есть? Просто жатва, что ли, все? Ну, давайте то, что я что-нибудь продам. У меня много лишнего. Вон, эмеральдов. Никому не нужных. Так, 485 у тебя еще денег осталось, да? Ну вот, забирай.
See you.
Name's Ionala. Ionala Darkheart. Best archer in Bruma, and perhaps all of Cyrodiil.
Отлично, поговорим. Не озвучено. Прекрасно.
I offer archery training, for a price, to any who wish to learn and fight for coin and glory. Other than that, what more is there to do? Other than drink some fine ale at the tavern, of course. Svenja and Erenir will talk your ear off about what the Fighters Guild does or doesn't mean to them. But for me, it's simple. To be in the Fighters Guild is to have a chance at true glory. One day, all of Tamriel will sing my name, and it will have all started here. The coin paid for each job doesn't hurt either. That comes as part of the job. But that's what this is, a job. At the end of the day, if there wasn't a reward for contracts, then none of us would be here. Well, maybe apart from Svenja. Most of the romantic types do. As I should be. Archery is something of a tradition in my family. My great-grandma Etla, they say she killed a man from over 300 yards. Talk about a good shot. only a shot a dark heart could produce. One day, I'll beat that record. As I should be. My great-grandma Etla, they say she killed a man from over 300, from one master to another.
Понятно.
Greetings, greetings. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. A package, specifically for you.
Ну, давай.
Just gotta get a hold of, haha! Here you go. And nothing else, apparently. Well, best be off.
What is it?
Items added. Какие items-то? Вы чё? Нифига себе. Ну, не здесь так. Естественно, так. Книги. Ну-ка. Угу. А почему не сказать, что это записка пришла? Почему это айтем? Квест появился. Прекрасно. О, первый раз сюда выскочил. Ugly Love. Так, он меня сколько набрал тут. Батеньки мои.
Can you forge me one of your legendary weapons? My arm would thank you. We've been having problems with smugglers lately. If you hear anything about it, you go straight to the guard captain.
С этим я уже поговорил.
Nope, sorry, nothing.
Ну, это жилые дома, это... Так, я круг, что ли, прошел?
Hello.
Так, вот этот город хочет 3 слитка железных, да? Ну-ка. А книга у меня уже есть. The Killing Book, или как она? Book of Killing. Ну что, я думаю, город я обошел так. Может быть, не полностью, что-то пропустил, конечно. Ну, более-менее ознакомился, думаю, на этом прерваться. Значит, в следующем эпизоде уже пойду отдельные задания выполнять, которые я набрал. Только я не с той интонацией сказал. В следующем эпизоде я пойду выполнять отдельные задания, которые я набрал. Конец.